pace off here, and I will be right with you if I can get it off, which I should have done before the stream. That would have been very smart of me, but I didn't. So the audio is going to sound bad for like this first minute. But once I get the there we go. Let me just pop the first little on. There we go. Alright, let me figure how I want to frame this out real quick, and we will get started here. Does that look good? That looks pretty freaking good. Let's go. Okay, let me just get the stream pulled up here, and we will see how our audio and stuff looks, and then we can get started. So a quick little audio test right here. Let me just see how it's working. Alright, sounds pretty good. Maybe I will actually switch up the view so you get to see all the Lego instead of the clothes next to me here. Yeah, let's do that. Be right back. I'm gonna grab a couple sets to stack you on. Or just one. Might only take one. Let's move you guys over here. We're just kind of getting started here, so that's all the stuff that we're going to attempt to sort today. Here, let me turn this down so that it might not be there. Let's go. We got some people in the chat. Nice to see you. Sup, Thomas? My loyal moderator there. Getting some stuff going. And, yeah, I also love Lego. Just getting everything sorted out here. So I can keep an eye on the chat while we're doing a little bit of sorting here today. Let me move a couple of these guys over here and say we'll just cut into the first box so that we can see what we're working with here in relation to what we actually need to sort, because it's been a minute since I've opened a road plate pack. So this little stream here is going to involve a lot of cutting of boxes and a lot of that noise. So yeah, let's get it started right here. So my kind of plan is, let me grab the 4x4s. So have stuff like this where we are going to like obviously 4x4 plate is going to get tossed into there. Some of the mini builds like that and stuff are going to get separated out, and then road plates we are going to put in a little thing back behind me here, although I might stack them up initially just with some of the stuff, so I might just end up sorting here and then getting some other stuff out besides these 4x4s here in a little bit. But yeah, let's just start getting into it. Why not? So yeah, we got our first stack of plates right there, as well as the little half plate, of course. Let me grab a trash can real quick. Okay, you can't see it, but I just got the trash can right over there. I'm not selling these ones at least. I'm actually working on a Lego City. Some of you may or may not have seen some of it in like the last video where we're kind of finally getting like a nice table. Oh, so my bad there. That would be annoying to deal with for the entire stream. There we go. Let me know if that happens again. Okay. But yeah, I'm not really selling like this stuff. I'm not selling. There's some stuff that we have set aside to eventually sell, but that's a little ways off as of yet. Just some like investment stuff put off to the side. But yeah, so we're just sorting some stuff out. Like here, I'll show you an example. Just gotta move this off to the side. But to like build, the main reason that I'm sorting all this stuff out is so we can build more stuff like these mills plates here that we can connect to some mills plated modular buildings that are going to be the basis of our little city that we have going on. You can check out some of the other stuff later. Like the last city video I did was just kind of like a short thing before senior retreat last weekend, where I just mentioned that we got the table done and stuff. But I'm planning on having another city video including like this sorting process going out tomorrow maybe. So definitely keep an eye on that. Maybe subscribe and check that out, because that's kind of the plan right now, is that's kind of what we are doing. But yeah, starting off first here, we are going to toss these guys right there like so. Obviously I'm not going to be using these right now. I'm just going to build like the little posts and stuff and have them kind of just set off to the side, like separately, like same stuff with same stuff kind of idea, so that I can better customize it to fit with the city and stuff, and I don't have like all the little mini builds that come with this. So stuff like this gets set in its own little pile off the side. You might not be able to see all of the piles, but yeah, it's just kind of going to be a rather casual stream. I even brought a chair, if you can see it back over there, just in case I feel like sitting down after a little while, maybe going back and forth. And of course, got a mega drink that we're not even gonna get close to finishing this stream, just because well, it's a bit big. But yeah, so just gonna be kind of a little casual building stream here. Can't forget the old this thing. Well, we're gonna be environmentally friendly thing, so toss that off to the side. Don't really need that for this right here. You only like have like a million of them. Yeah, so just kind of going to build like these lampposts here. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to get to doing like a couple at a time at some point, but we very well could, because it's fairly simple. What we're doing is just taking all the separate parts from each of these guys and like separating them. And I think after this big section of like this stuff, obviously we're not going to need these and stuff, so I might just start ordering like the plates separately and stuff after this. Obviously there's going to be plenty plenty of plates to go around here for quite a while. I think this should be enough, coupled with the other few that we have going on in there and some of the other resources we have to make more. Should be plenty enough to at least get our city started, if not get the section that we have set aside almost totally completed. So that should be pretty cool. So I'm certainly looking forward to that, and working on some more of this video and stuff tonight after the stream. But so yeah, certainly keep your eyes out for that coming fairly soon, obviously tomorrow. So yeah, definitely going to be a very nice little section here. I might not see everybody's comments like immediately, obviously, but I'm definitely going to be trying to check chat as much as I possibly can, so that if anybody has any questions, go ahead and toss them in there, and I will try to answer them the best that I can. Like, I'm not entirely sure how long we're going to do this stream for, but I'm anticipating, like, I don't know, an hour or two maybe, because once I get done with this, I also have the pumpkin Halloween pumpkin GWP that I want to build and do a review on pretty soon, because you know it's October, and I'd like to get that out around Halloween, because I think that would be a very nice Halloween video. Would be the little Halloween pumpkin set. Seems to be a pretty cool set. Haven't built it yet. Have that one. There's one other one that I have, like, personally sitting over there, and I'm going to build this one and keep the other sealed for a little while, and maybe I'll even open it up next year, depending on what we get around Halloween for like a similarly themed GWP or whatever. But yeah, dependent on that would be you know, like what if I decide to open that next year or not. But yeah, it's just looking pretty nice here, and we're getting close to having our first one done here. You should definitely check out the video that's coming out tomorrow, though, because there's some other stuff that my dad picked up and stuff. That's why there's a lot of green play already in there, because my dad may or may not have picked up quite a bit of pick-a-brick stuff when he went down for a little trip to Grand Rapids and stuff just recently for technically like a sort of business trip type thing. Not exactly sure what you call it, but I'm just gonna call it that because it was kind of technically work related. So yeah, made a little trip down there. Obviously, if you're going down there, you gotta check out the Lego store, and there's some pretty good pieces, many of which are going to be used quite liberally through the city, of course, so that is always a plus. But yeah, just gonna sort everything into piles for now. I might break out some of the stuff, like I'm not exactly sure how much you're supposed to do and stuff. Yeah, thanks my guy. Yeah, it's definitely fun. I figured I'd try this out, because I haven't really messed around with the vertical streaming stuff at all, and my GoPro, when I film through that and do like the regular kind of classic horizontal streaming or whatever, does not like it and tends to what's the word, tends to overheat after like 45 minutes. So I figured we'll do this on my phone, which is, you know, relatively new, and I shouldn't have any problems with it overheating, and we'll just see where it goes, see how long we end up doing it and stuff, and yeah, should be pretty cool. But like this stuff I'm going to sort into individual pieces, which I probably should have grabbed some containers for, but I was kind of just trying to get it all set up fairly quickly here, and there's only 11 of them, so we'll see how we feel that, and then I can always just either towards the end of the live stream or after the live stream even, I can just go through and toss all this stuff into, oh no, I can toss all this stuff into the correct containers. I'm sorry to hear that, Shadow. That's not fun leaving your camera in Michigan. That's dang, that's not fun. But hi mom. Hi. But yeah, that's not fun. If you knew where you left it and it was like somewhere I could get, maybe I could have try and, I don't know, mail it to you, unless you left it like at your old house, which then I obviously wouldn't be able to do anything of. But with that completed here, that is our first box, our first road plate set done. So I think I'm just going to make a pile of the boxes. Actually, I might break them down so that it's easier on myself later to tear apart here. But yeah, it's going pretty smooth so far. We're about 11th of the way into this stuff. I should have grabbed a little bit sharper knife. I was going to grab a good knife, but I didn't really want to dull it with all the boxes and stuff that we're going to be cutting today. So using this guy here, which I've had for quite a while, but definitely serves its purpose. And I think instructions I'm going to stack up off to the side over there. I think you left it in the little floor that they had in the backyard. Oh no, that's not good. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that. That's very unfortunate. I like my GoPro, and it's nice. It's definitely not like a video camera. Like it takes good footage and gets decent audio, but I bought a mic, so that doesn't really matter. But if you're doing like longer stuff like this, it overheats, which is kind of weird because I had it going for like multiple hours at a time on a trail, and it didn't overheat. But when I started streaming YouTube stuff through it, it overheated. So I don't know. It's kind of odd. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, at least, because the thing was very warm, and it just kind of shut off after a certain point. And then when I started a new stream, it just shut off again shortly after. So I'm assuming that's what happened, or maybe there could just be some weird glitch with GoPro streaming where there's like a certain limit or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely unfortunate that you left it, because it's GoPros are a very handy tool to use, especially for video making and stuff. It's very sad, but yeah, I think this looks good. But yeah, I didn't have it on all the time, but for like a good chunk of the one day, I had it time lapsing. So it was time lapsing for like a good few hours. Like I'd have to check exactly how long it is. It's on the memory card there because I still had plenty of space left on it. So I'd have to check, but it was going for a while. And it's definitely more than 45 minutes, that's for sure. But how much Lego do I have now? A lot. Yeah, we have a lot. I don't know like the exact number, but maybe I'll have to do a little mini tour when we do that 1,000 subscriber video here, hopefully in a couple weeks. I'd like to get that situated. I just gotta get caught up on some stuff and figure a couple things out, like what exactly I want to do on it. Obviously, I owe the little ice bucket thing that will be in there, so don't you worry, Thomas's mod. I forgot exactly who your name is. I think your username was like Cameron something. Don't fret. It'll be in there. I haven't forgotten. But yeah, we'll certainly maybe do like a little mini tour of the work area and stuff down here, and some of like the newer shelving and stuff that we've put up fairly recently here, and some of at least highlighting most of the recent work. I don't know how in depth we'll go in with everything, but might do a brief overview. But yeah, close to 1 million. I think it was over 1 million. I think we hit 1 million pieces set wise a few weeks ago, like a month ago, after our trip to Brick World and stuff. I believe we hit 1 million, so it's definitely a little over 1 million right now. I couldn't tell you exactly how much it was, but it's definitely in that ballpark. So quite a lot. Got my account. How did you get your account banned? I mean, I don't think your stuff was like, what rules did you break? Yeah, I knew you were kind of transitioning into that account anyway before that, but I didn't realize you got it banned. Now I gotta know the story. Yeah, I don't know exactly how many sets, but there's a lot. But yeah. But yeah, Shadow, I didn't know that you got your account banned. That's unfortunate. Now I'm kind of curious. So if you feel willing to say anything, then go ahead. But you don't have to if you don't want to. But or maybe just text me if you don't want the world to know your faults. But yeah. Oh, copyright? Really? Did you get like just a bunch of strikes and didn't like pay attention or something? It's kind of goofy. The one time I got like a copyright strike on anything was for when I was tried to use the Toys R Us theme song because I was excited that Toys R Us was coming back and like Macy's and stuff. That was obviously great when it was kind of coming back, so I didn't realize how kind of disappointing it is. I still check there every so often, but you know, it ain't like it used to. But that was the only like copyright strike that I had, and I deleted the video immediately, so I didn't really have any things. At least it got like claimed. I don't know if it really got striked, to be fair, but yeah, copyright's an annoyance sometimes. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that some of my shorts and stuff don't get copyright striked with like just the random music and stuff that I use, but maybe something changed with like shorts and stuff from the time, because when I used the Toys R Us theme, it was in the thing. Yeah, thanks. It was Dad cleared off the table, not the table, the work surface, and put all of the sets that we had storing here on the new table, which is what all these plates are for that table, which you will see in the video tomorrow. So yeah, that will be certainly interesting there. But one of the big pros to getting this set over the just the plates in general, in my opinion, is stuff like that other form of street light and stuff, which is kind of neat, like the glow-in-the-dark bricks, which I might... Oh yeah? Huh. That's cool. Shadow. That's awesome. But yeah, just for like some of the interesting pieces, like the signs and stuff, will be useful because I can stick some of them around the city and stuff, and maybe get some custom signs at some point, like some custom prints and stuff that may be more accurate in some ways to like some real life stuff and have like more speeds other than like 50. Oh, my car is parked in the way. Uh-oh. I mean, it's parked right next to Dad's, so, but he was parked a bit further because he had the garage open. So that's probably why it's in the way. But thanks, Shadow, for that little comment. It was very nice of you. But yeah, it's just kind of fun, having a pretty chill stream here. In fact, after this box here, I might even grab my chair, which is sitting right there. I just figured I might want it because, you know, I don't know how long the stream's going to end up going on for, but we're definitely going to have plenty of street lights here. Also, on the picker brick wall, one of them in here near us, well, not near us, it's still a ways away, but fairly close here in Michigan. Like some of the picker brick walls and stuff have the, you know, those white the lampposts that you see in all of the modular sets. Apparently those lampposts are actually in like on the picker brick wall, I mean, and stuff right now. So we got quite a handful of them so that I can better space them out. And I was even thinking about moving them from the sidewalk, like right up against the modular buildings, to be closer to the roads and stuff, just simply so that, because the road plates and stuff are all a 132 by 32 plate. They're all 32 by 32 plates, except for maybe a weird specialty one that I might have to make at some point. But other than that, they'll all be the same, like 32 by 32 length. So then I will be able to more easily like control where they are, so they can all be exactly one plate apart. Because right now with them on the things themselves, some of them don't quite match up. Like the one for the, what is it? The, oh no, what's it called? For the museum, the Natural History Museum, there's only one of them across that plate and a half span. But then in the Birch's Books, which splits into two half modulars, there's also only one there. So if you wanted to like get them all evenly spaced, you'd have to like just switch stuff around every time you moved your layout around. So like if I moved a couple modulars, I'd have to switch all of the streetlights. Whereas if I put them on the road plates, I can like just have them all in a grid, and I shouldn't, like, if I don't change the roadways, I won't have to change the stoplights. But yeah, so that's kind of my plan eventually, to do some stuff like that. So that should be pretty neat. That might help with some organization and like help reduce a bit of work in the city stuff right there. So, and with that, that's our second one done here. So I'm going to scooch my chair over here, which barely fits, which is kind of nice. And then it kind of has like a little divot there, so I can sit right down here and kind of lean into the camera here. But let's go ahead and open up one. I don't think I need this instruction manual anymore, just because I have enough of this little side builds that I'm gonna build, actually built, that I can just kind of reference them for what I need, obviously, here. And this is our third one here. You don't understand copyright system. So usually with copyright stuff, obviously I don't know like a ton about copyright law, but it's generally to protect like, you know, work and stuff that you personally made. So with like edits and stuff, that's going to come in the form of like the music and stuff that you use. So unless you like exclusively use royalty free music, which you kind of gotta search for, there's certain things like the Heartbound OST, and like there's, is it Blue Tree Audio or something that has some royalty free music that you can use and stuff without really restrictions. I think you might have to like, you're supposed to like cite them or something, but if you get like strikes, just to like appeal it, and they'll just go in and be like, they'll allow it. So there's some stuff like that that you can use, but any actual like music and stuff, anything that's gonna be popular from like a show or something, is all going to be protected under copyright. So you're not going to be able to use that and make a profit off of it, which is the whole idea of like copyright strikes or like copyright claiming on YouTube, is so that if you like use something that they have the rights to and you intend to make money off of it, they can claim it, and then they get the any money that is made from that video. So you're just not going to be able to make money. So I think there is some way that you can like opt out of some stuff, and you should be fine making edits and stuff. I wouldn't know exactly how to do that. That'd be something that you might have to do a bit of research into, because that's not, you know, my style of content. But that would definitely be worth researching, because if that is the reason why your other channel got banned, if you're just kind of doing similar stuff, and if you set it to make money, then I think you'll get in trouble for it. But as long as you have it set that you don't make a profit off of any of it, or at least don't intend to make a profit off of any of it, I don't think you will be like penalized for that. But definitely look into that a bit for yourself before you take my word for it, because I am certainly no expert on the subject. But yeah. So now we're on our third one here. Let me dump those out. Toss the little environmentally friendly thing out here. And I think on the video that's coming out tomorrow, the city video / like mini vlog type thing that I'm going to start working on immediately after the stream, actually, I will show you all the boxes and stuff, because I don't know if I'll bother showing that on stream here. And let me check my battery percentage right there. All right. Okay, I just want to make sure that it is indeed on the charger, because I have it on the wireless charger right now, so that it stays charged, so that theoretically, unless it for some reason like overheats, we shouldn't have to restart or do stuff like that. So far, I don't have any copyright strikes. Yeah, I mean, I think that's another problem with edits and stuff, as copycats, and people just like, oh, I'll just take this video. But yeah, that's kind of definitely going to be a problem that you might have to deal with more, and it will be harder to prove. I think you can claim their videos, but I don't think that's going to do anything in your case, especially if there's no like money transfer around. It's just going to be like basically them soaking up your views. I think getting their stuff claimed for that, if it gets like goes through, would get their video deleted. But I don't really know too much about that. So I don't know. Maybe like report them. So how you doing? But yeah. So I don't know like a ton about that. Just some very bare bones basic stuff that's probably generally obvious, and at least it seemed pretty obvious, so it was probably not very helpful because it's probably something that you might already know. But yeah. Definitely going to have plenty of green play after this, even with the 4x4 and the 4x8, I believe, green plate here. There's going to be plenty of it to go around for some train building and stuff in the city, which I am planning on. Oh, we're just we were talking about some weird copyright stuff and just kind of whatever. So it's not really anything specific, just doing some sorting. But yeah, me and Shadow were discussing some copyright stuff, which is always a problem with like edit channels, I'm sure, because there's a lot of like using clips and music and stuff for that type stuff. So yeah. 5 people in the chat and 7 likes. That is pretty dope, Thomas. Which may or may not prove the theory that we were discussing earlier, that some vertical streaming might be the way. And if this stream does well and I find some stuff to stream, like some set building and stuff, and maybe, or some just general like mills plate work and stuff, every so often, like I don't know, every other week or something similar to that, I might do a little stream here, like a short couple hour stream on the weekends. But yeah, so I might start making this a regular thing. Just depends how I feel, and I will definitely be letting people know in the whatchamacallit, the community tab. So always every time I do something like odd like this, where it's just something like that I haven't really done, or I'm doing something new or trying something new, or simply just like can't do something that I regularly do, I usually make a post in the community tab around the time that is going to happen, and sometimes a few days before, just depending on what it is. So definitely check that out if you want to stay updated for stuff similar to this. Stream hasn't started lagging yet. Yeah, I was hoping. Since you're at 200. Heck yeah. Yeah, certainly. There's definitely quite a bit of progress, especially in the last couple years, is when a lot of it has gone through. Like the first, I think, year or so. I mean, I didn't really upload regularly, and none of my stuff was of decent quality, really. But there was still plenty of videos there and stuff, but you know, nobody cared because it wasn't really good, and still not great. But we're getting a bit better here. But yeah, so stream hasn't started lagging yet, Thomas. That's good. I would hope that it wouldn't, because unless like the internet goes out or something, I would think it should be relatively smooth, since I'm streaming straight through my phone. So it's just going straight through my phone. I'm just using my phone as the camera and like the streaming everything, which I've set up on the Lamborghini, the Lego Lamborghini box, which I have yet to build because that was just the biggest box at home. My old account was about Lego. I posted one video and then deleted it, but we don't talk about that channel. Yeah. That would be pretty interesting to see some Shadow lore. We were back. Okay, see you, Thomas. Maybe, hold on. Let me do something. Let me All right. Shadow, since I know you in person, and obviously yeah, you know how I don't know if you want that on the internet, but since I know you, I just threw you in as a mod because I could use maybe one or two. Like, I think my only mod right now is Thomas. Just because he has me as a mod on his channel. That's pretty much the only reason. Yeah, because usually he's the only one that would actually stop in, which he actually is today, because he doesn't have a stream going on tonight. So that's pretty dope. But yeah. Yeah, so that should be pretty cool. Then at least we have somebody else to watch the chat for me. And not that I don't think we're gonna really have any problems, but if we ever do, at least there's a couple people that I have that are likely to have at least one of them in the chat if something goes down. So that's always nice. But yeah, it's pretty chill today. Might have to move the spot for these guys over a bit, just because we are 3 in and it's running out of space already. Actually, hold on. Let me set that there, and I will move these guys over here. Yeah. What are my rules? I don't know. Just I want to say I should probably get like something formal sorted out, but I don't have like anything official set up. But it's just general. Don't be a jerk, and try and keep profanity to a minimum. Just stuff like that. It's like, it's okay if you maybe just drop something real quick if something like crazy happens. I'm not going to like outright ban you for that, but shy away from it as best you can. I get sometimes it's a little, it may seem like you can't think of anything else, which I'm not going to necessarily just like outright ban anybody for slipping up once or twice. But if you're like constantly using profanity and stuff, obviously you're going to get banned, or at the very least timed out for the rest of the stream. But yeah, just keep stuff like that to a minimum and don't be a jerk, and you should be fine. That's really my only rules for the streaming stuff. So yeah, just chat away. Pretty fairly chill here. But yeah, coming up on the end of our third one here, and might go on to the fourth soon, which is crazy because we only have like 11 of them. So there's definitely quite a few left to work on yet here tonight. And then obviously I might build that. Yeah, technically he can, and since I think I know him fairly well, not like, I know him, so I'll trust him. So you better watch out. But yeah, it's certainly just gonna be a pretty chill one tonight. I'm thinking. And I'm thinking, so far, since it's going fairly well, that, you know, might do more of these. Probably, maybe bi-weekly, I'd say. But maybe don't necessarily bet on it. Just keep your eyes on the community tab, and I'll keep you updated in that respect. Because maybe I'll do like a couple weeks in a row one time. Maybe I'll stick to bi-weekly. I don't really know exactly how it's going to play out as of yet. But yeah, there is a lot of tiles here, which is good because you can always use them, even though I'd rather they were light gray, not gonna lie. But I guess since I haven't been putting any of them in there, how much do you know each other? For quite a while. May or may not be related, so that helps. The answer is enough. Yes, Mom. They can block you if you get crazy. Or ban you, or, well, more just time you out for a while, at the very least. I need that. Got that guy up there. A little bit hard there. Didn't necessarily mean that. Get out of here. Alright. See you in a bit, my guy. So, yeah. Getting into our fourth one here. But, yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of plastic and trash after the end of this one. We'll probably have to empty the trash can down here. What got me into Lego? Well, my dad had some Lego and stuff when he was young and stuff, and we occasionally got the odd Lego set and stuff, and got to mess around with some of his stuff that he had like in the basement. Actually, I believe on some of those racks over there is where he had it. It was in a different orientation. It was set up like rows and stuff, but there was some stuff kind of hidden away over there and stuff, like some old boats and vehicles and stuff, some of which are actually around here. I don't know exactly where, but I believe there's some of the older like cars and stuff in some of these bins. So that kind of just like always kind of being around it and stuff, and just kind of eventually grew to a wider addiction. But it's definitely a very fun hobby that I enjoy. I love making some custom stuff, which is kind of the route that we're trying to go with the city. Obviously some Mills plates and stuff based on the work of however many people, because Mills plates are fairly popular now, at least with a lot of the like larger like city builders and stuff. You got people like Brixie and like Bevan's Bricks and stuff that all make use of similar like plate structures and stuff like this. Obviously some of their stuff's a bit different. Some of like Bevan's Brick stuff is like all lit up, which is not the route that we're going, at least not initially here, until we can kind of figure out what all we're doing. What's my biggest build? If you're talking set wise, personally, like just personally, what I build is technically the biggest is the Eiffel Tower. But we also have the set with the most pieces as well upstairs, which my mom mostly built, I believe, with some help from my dad and sister. I don't think I ever really helped with that one other than with the frame because my mom had some trouble with it. Is the world map. So that is probably, that's the one with the most pieces, I believe. But if we're talking custom stuff, that would be my custom church that I have, because I got inspired by a Jesus minifigure that I got one day for my birthday, I believe. It was like a little birthday present from some custom minifig place. So I built a church out of 2 of the Hogwarts Great Hall sets. Not the newest one, but I want to say 2018 was the year that one came out, and then I kind of based it off of, I believe it was M&R who had that setup where he had a couple of them put together in some way. There wasn't really instructions and stuff, so I kind of just did what I could, and then I eventually, just recently actually, revamped it and fixed it up and stuff, added some stuff, made it make a bit more sense and stuff to the like church aesthetic and stuff, and added like a partial graveyard in the back. No graves as of yet, or any real details in the back, but the building itself, as well as the like tower that goes next to it, are pretty much complete. I don't think I'm really going to change like a ton with that. I do plan on adding a couple extra plates to that, so that one is going to grow. It'll have like a little pond theoretically eventually, as well as obviously like the graves and stuff, which should eat up a lot of this. If I don't do another full plate of each time, I'm going to do at least a half plate, because the church itself sticks out 2 plates over your regular 32 by 32 base plate. That's obviously including the sidewalk on one side. That is a good question, and one that I think is best that is left unanswered, if I'm quite honest. Probably best not to think about it. As with any hobbyist, it's best not to think about the money that has been spent into the hobby, because it's a lot. Even in the last like couple months where we went to like Brick World and stuff, it's been a lot. And yeah, definitely enough for a little while. So yeah, that question shall go unanswered for a while yet. But I'm sure like some cost estimates and stuff can be made from like brick set and stuff, where we have all of our stuff documented. But I'm not gonna ask about that one because I really would rather not know. But yeah, that's that one. But back to the church, I might add a half base plate of space, like a 8 by 16, I believe. Wait, no, it's 16 by 32. I mean, to that, just to take care of that overhang, and I could always expand it if I needed to a 32 by 32 and stuff. But I think it's going to stay relatively barren. Obviously, I need to finish the wall, which I'll have to order pieces for. I'm assuming you're talking about the world map that we mentioned earlier. And yeah, she pretty much did that on her own. But yeah, so there's definitely, like, it's technically it could be finished as it is, and I'm going to use it as finished for now. But there's going to be additions onto it. So that's just how that one is going to go. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to fit in there, especially with the odd size, because it'll end up being, if I do just do the 16 by 32 plates, it'll end up being, so it'll be two 32 by 32 base plates by 1.5 32 by 32 base plates, which is a very awkward size. Because maybe I'll have to add like a park area for like a couple half base plates on the other side to fill in that kind of gap, which might make sense next to a church and stuff. You go to church, you can have a little stroll in the park that's right next to it. Maybe there'll be like a second entrance to the graveyard there, and maybe that will be where the pond ends up. But I know I want to have a pond somewhere in the in that area, because I think a nice little urban pond would be cool. Maybe even like a little fake waterfall like you see in some places where there's just like a little pump and it's kind of made to look as natural as possible. But maybe something like that to fill in the space, because I believe my city blocks are going to be, so it'll be 2 base plates wide, and not exactly sure as of yet how long. Maybe it'll be like 3.5 or something long. I'm really gonna have to I'm probably not gonna start thinking about that stuff until I can actually get these like road plates and stuff down and figure out the road layout, which is kind of why I'm doing this now, and because like most of the stuff we just got for like Amazon days, which is kind of why it's all being built right now, because we just got it. But once I take care of some road plates and stuff, which I might actually end up doing, tonight yet. I don't know if I'll do it on stream or not, but maybe I'll end up doing that at some point tonight. Just to work on some stuff, which would certainly be cool, and then we could have a couple more road plates, because I have a couple in progress that I think I mentioned in the video from last week, where I have a few road plates like set up to where I would just need to throw the sidewalks on there, which is, the most complicated part of it, but still fairly straightforward, especially since I know all the different segments that I could ever need to build now, because I built the regular straight in that curve, which basically just teaches me how to do all of the different types that I need, like the little corner bits and stuff, and like the T-junctions and stuff. So I'm set on like all the techniques and stuff that I should need for standard road plates, at least, unless I got into some fancy stuff with like elevation changes and stuff, and like bridges. Obviously I don't know exactly how I would tackle yet, which I might need to in the future if we do get that other table set up downstairs. But yeah, once I get some more road plates and stuff, and then I can work on city layout, road layout, which can then lead me to city layout. So I'm a little ways off from actually like kind of breaking ground on the city and getting some modular stuff in there, although like all the modular buildings and stuff are currently stored on the table that is going to be the city table. But yeah, those are all just kind of stored right there for now, which will definitely be moving around as we do some stuff. Like I might start a kind of like just give a general explanation of like the size and stuff of the table and how that translates into studs and stuff from what I've measured. And just to better explain that and stuff, that'll probably be a good chunk of the video that will end up coming out tomorrow, obviously with all of this stuff included as well. But that will be what that mainly consists of, and we'll get that going. Now, it's one thing I am kind of curious of that we will learn here eventually. Let me move these over to where I can reach them. One thing that I will be very interested in to see is, think of one of my favorite Lego YouTubers. Did you ever make a city? I've had some partial city layouts and stuff. If you check into my videos, they'll be like city update, mills plate stuff, and it'll just be like little stuff where I'm like mills plating a modular or something, or making like one road plate at the time, because I didn't really have the pieces and stuff to do all that. Like, didn't exactly have the pieces to mills plate stuff, but I actually do have a good majority of the pieces to mills plate stuff, at least to a functional extent as of right now. So I'll be able to do more of that. But I've never had like a full city layout, because what I used to use, rather than the big wooden table that we have now, which was originally a train table, we used the white folding tables, which is perfectly fine for a city. Like, it works fine. And I just had like incomplete roads and stuff. And I had a full layout, but I'd have to tear it apart every time we wanted to go and do something with those tables. So say like we needed to do a rummage sale, and then the entire city was gone and I had to start from scratch. And it was like every couple videos I had to start from scratch. So I never really got anything set up. But the benefit of this table is it's a big wooden table that's a bit more permanent down here. So it'll be used pretty much exclusively for this here. So I should get like a actually fairly complete city layout with this. Obviously no city layout is ever complete, because there's always stuff to work on. Like, you can block everything out, you can make it look really nice, but then there's always the little details that you can go in and change and stuff. And then once you get those set, you might want to change the layout, and then you just, obviously no city layout's ever truly complete. There's always stuff you can do to improve and change it to better suit what you like. Hey, Shadow's back, let's go. But yeah, it can always be changed and improved. So no city layout's ever truly complete, but I haven't even gotten close to even being like thought of as mostly complete, or to the point where I could start adding details and stuff, because I've only ever had I have the most mills plates built that I ever have right now, which is 3 road plates. I mean, and a good handful of my modular buildings are mills plated, but some of them still have like this dark gray tile, which I'm gonna need to go in and refix and stuff, and switch out for the light gray tile, which we have quite a bit of. I gotta find it. It's around here somewhere. I just used a bunch of it. I believe it's in one of the drawers over there. But yeah, so yeah, I also enjoy watching city videos. Like Brixie and stuff is probably like one of if not my favorite Lego YouTuber, and most of his content relates around the city and stuff, but a lot of it is also just like general vlogging stuff, which is always fun, and he doesn't really like overdo the vlogging portion or overdo the Lego portion to where it really dominates it. It's kind of it's good. He's got a good balance, which I really enjoy. And actually, he's part of the reason why I chose the DJI mic 2 as my microphone of choice, along with plenty of other YouTubers and stuff that I tend to watch using that same mic. So I figured, hey, that's a nice mic. I'll definitely make that purchase, and which is very good. One thing I was kind of thinking I'd be able to do that I can't with that is with my phone recording on it, I need to take off the case because the little adapter doesn't like reach all the way. But that's fine because I mainly got it so I could transition over to my GoPro. But I don't currently have my computer. It's kind of being worked on stuff because the screen stopped working randomly and would just like not turn on, like the screen wouldn't turn on. So that's being looked at currently. So I haven't switched over to my GoPro yet for videos, but maybe I'll at least try to switch over to my GoPro for videos. Like I've done that in the past, but the audio is just atrocious, so I would switch back to my phone. But because I have lavalier now, I should be able to do that with a good, like still good if not better audio quality, which is actually what I've been using with my phone for the most part. I'm not using it right now simply because I'm kind of relying on my wireless charger, which is as like this phone stand, and also keeping my battery nice and charged here. So I'll check here again real quick. Still looking pretty good so far at 60%. Still pretty steady, but yeah. So should be pretty interesting. But I'd like to try one more time to switch over to that, and if that doesn't really work out, I might end up getting like a decent quality camcorder or something, maybe, or looking into getting like a I was kind of looking into the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I think it is, but it's super expensive, and I just bought the mic, so I'd like to be monetized by the time I really get like a new camera or something, and at least make do with like my phone and GoPro if I switch over to that for a while until I can get like a solid vlogging camera or something, or to do just better videos with in general. But I was kind of leaning towards the DJI Pocket 3, simply because it has that kind of tracking feature on like with the gimbal, where it just kind of tracks you. So I think that would be kind of fun to mess with in the city and stuff, and even like set up in the city and have it set to track like a train or something around the city. You make money when you hit 100K, I'm pretty sure. Well, so you can make money way before that. It's you gotta hit 1K, and that's one of your things. And then you can either have 10 million shorts views in the past 365 days, so in the past year, or 4,000 watch hours, which doesn't count shorts views, which is part of the experiment of this stream to see if it actually counts as watch hours or not, which is definitely something that I'm interested in mainly, which is, you know, like part of the reason for the stream, because I wanted to test if I got watch hours from it. But you gotta have 4,000 watch hours in the past year as well, and then you can start making money. Obviously, it's not going to be very much, especially just from like ad revenue. You're not going to get very much with that kind of like early days kind of views, but as you grow, it gets to be, you know, a decent little like side job type thing. But yeah, you just gotta have. Yeah, it does not take till 100K to get paid. I don't know how that works on like TikTok or whatever. Maybe that's what that's from. Maybe that's where you got that number from, possibly, or some other social media site. But yeah, I'm gonna try and have make a little bit of something. I just kind of want. I'm not really going to pursue YouTube as like a job because I have other ambitions, even if I don't always know what they are. But it's just kind of like a side thing that I can always fall back on. Like currently I work at well, I don't really have a job during the school year, but during the summer I have a summer job, which is obviously just during the summer, and it would be nice to have like this just to kind of cover my hobby money. So like any money I get through YouTube is stuff that I can spend on fun stuff, and then like anything that I get through other various jobs and stuff can get saved for the future and stuff is kind of the idea. You feel like I'd have a bit of watch hours? I have a few, but I only have like was it 3? I want to say it was like a little over like 300, like 350 or something right now, which is not much, is like nothing in the face of the 4,000 that I need. It's less than a tenth of what I need right now, which is why if like streams like the vertical streams like this give me watch hours. Oh yeah, you're gonna go into like boilers and stuff, following after your dad and stuff. That's cool. But yeah, YouTube's just kind of like a fun side thing. Just like basically, it's essentially just like another hobby. But this hobby, you can get money off of instead of spending it. But the other hobby that coincides with the YouTube hobby is very, very costly. That, of course, in my case, being Lego. But yeah, definitely a interesting little loop there. But yeah, I just kind of want this to cover my play money and my fun money, and then other money I get just gets put away to save. Like I spent not all, but like I have a good amount in savings and stuff from my job over the summer, and if I get roughly the same, like if I do the same job and stuff and have like similar spending habits and stuff, I will be in a decent spot. But I'm not going to I'd like to put more than I did into savings, even though it's more than like a lot of my friends and stuff have in savings, but a lot of them didn't have summer jobs either. I would like to put a bit more into that I just don't have to tap into unless like I have car trouble or something like that, kind of like an emergency fund. That I just kind of want to have, just in case I need it. And putting it in the savings and stuff also makes, again, just a tad of interest, like, 10 cents every couple months or something like that. But yeah, you're getting over 100 views for most of your videos. Yeah, it's always very nice. I even when I get views, my problem is keeping people engaged. A lot of people drop out of my videos within like the first minute, which I'm thinking after the 1,000 subscriber video, which is part of the reason that I want to get it out fairly soon, is I might try dropping my intro and going straight from the overview into the video itself and see if that changes it. And if that doesn't, I might have to do some more cuts and more like sections to my videos, just to kind of get that more like quicker feel, because maybe my just slower pace after that, because that first section is really cut up, really fast cuts and stuff, like every like half a second or so there's like a new clip, just for the little overview portion at the beginning of my videos. And that seems to engage people, and then they just lose interest right after. So I wonder if the like slowing down of pace, I'll have to look back at some of my stuff, but I almost wonder if my voice and tone changes a bit as I go into that. So hopefully I can just implement maybe a like brighter tone in some ways, and maybe have a couple extra cuts here and there, maybe a couple extra sections, which is part of the reason why I'm trying to add chapters into just about all of my like longer form videos now, just so that people can click through it, get a little bit more watch time maybe, but that's just and it kind of makes the videos look a little bit more professional with everything all sectioned out. So maybe I can help increase viewer retention with that. And then once I get viewer retention up, I should be fairly set to get closer to that 4,000 those 4,000 watch hours. Because even with like an average view duration of a little over a minute on most of my videos, I'm still getting like 300 odd watch hours. But that's in the past year of stuff. But like recently, I've been seeing more and more watch hours, because I used to be kind of more focused on shorts just to grow my channel and get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. But I didn't get any watch hours from any of that. And now I'm transitioning more into the fight for watch hours over again in subscribers. Obviously, I am gaining some subscribers like kind of slowly and steadily as I post more long form videos, but it's just kind of a fight to get that viewer retention up, which is also part of the reason why I did fail this past week in upholding that, but it was busy with senior retreat last weekend and French trip today actually to some other school where we read to some younger kids and stuff. It was pretty fun. Got some crepes and stuff. But just stuff like that kind of got in the way this week of posting that other video. But of course I had the Figure Friday. Like, I didn't have a mini mock Monday. I didn't have a lot of stuff this week that I would normally have most weeks. But yeah, I'm trying to have 2 or 3 shorts a week roughly, and then you got your mini mock Monday, something for Wednesday, and obviously Figure Friday, and then possibly a short for Saturday to connect back to that video, so that one hopefully pulls a couple more views. Although when I make shorts that are a little bit more original, people tend to not like watch them as much. Maybe it'll get like 50 to 100 views, rather than if I just purely use a sound and like pan across the Lego room, where I'll get like maybe a couple thousand hits and stuff. So it's kind of just a numbers game, really. But yeah, I almost wonder if it would be worth it to go back to some of those old videos and just edit them and link some of the ones that are still getting like views and stuff, like regularly getting some decent views, to link them to some of my more recent like videos, like stuff like haul videos, as well as the what's it called, as well as the little brick world tour thing, which not my best work, if I'm honest. I just kind of did that. I did that over that voiceover fairly sloppily, and kind of regret that. But I ran out of time to get that video ready, which was part of that problem again. Oh yeah, you like the Captain America one? Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I just kind of, I think I was just working on something at my desk, and I just looked over at my minifigure stand, and then I might have like saw a YouTube short that was, you know, the YouTube shorts where they're just copying scenes from movies. I think I saw like that scene or one of the surrounding scenes. I'm like, that would be funny as a short with the Captain America figure. So I just ran over, grabbed the Captain America figure, grabbed a couple studs and made it real quick, and then I set it to post. Just kind of like a random spout of inspiration there that kind of led to that. But like stuff like that is always nice. Another reason that I am trying to time is it 7:30 something? Another reason that I'm trying to do more videos in a week, like having a couple long form videos, one shorter, one longer, is to also try and cut through my backlog. Like I have a massive backlog of built sets and stuff like that I just need to film videos on, so that I can make way for other sets, because as I build more and more sets, the backlog just keeps growing, even though I'm reviewing some of them. Like I'll build 2 sets for every video that I make or something like that, and that's just not good. Like this weekend, I'm gonna dedicate a lot of it to working on homework stuff, so a lot of my video production is probably going to get done tonight, maybe a little bit into tomorrow. Might spill into tomorrow, but I mostly just want to get caught up on all my stuff from like senior retreat and like the time that I missed today, which led to a bit of stuff just not getting done, some stuff that's not finished, like some retakes that I want to do of some old tests that I wasn't like exactly happy with my grade on. Some stuff like that just needs to be like studied and get done. I want to get done this weekend, but when I get like a free weekend, if I'm not working on the city, I would like to just do a mass review of all the sets, like just a ton of backlog sets, and just have them like a whole bunch of Wednesday videos, just a bunch of relatively short, like 3 to 8 minute reviews. But we all know how that goes. I'll probably end up yapping for another 10 minutes and bring that to like a 10-minute video. But yeah, just want to get like some of that backlog put aside. Like maybe I'll even mention it in the video that will be working on after the stream's done here, and I don't know, whenever I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I might end the stream right after I finish getting all these situated. But right after I kind of do all that and get working into some of that stuff, I might also mention like where I'm going to put all the backlog stuff. Like all the backlog stuff, until it's got a video filmed, I need the box for it. And it just takes up a ton of space. Like there's a massive pile in my room before I kind of like redid everything. But now that kind of pile kind of moved over to the like more common room area of our basement. And that's not ideal. So I'm going to stick all my backlog built sets, I should say, on underneath the train table or the Lego City table until I can get. Oh, I did not see that. I will handle this. I'll be right back. Sorry, my dad needed the keys. But yeah, that stuff is going to get tossed underneath of the train tables and stuff until I can film the videos on them, because that'll be at least a spot where there's nothing productive going on at the moment anyway. Yeah, so it's just going to end up getting stuck there. Ideally, at least for now, until I can get everything filmed. But I think this time around, for this road plate thing, I think we're going to try and do 2 of them at a time and see if that goes much faster. So I have a couple piles here, one for the big bag, one for the small bag. Then I'm going to open up another one. Actually, you know, I can just use the thumb tabs. Or not. I pretty much never use the thumb tabs because, like that, either they actually kind of work this time, but a lot of times they don't work and just end up screwing up the box, which is not ideal for videos. And, you know, I don't know if I've made a review of this set, so I might keep one of the boxes and do like a little quick video on the road plate set. Now that I come to think about it. And as much as I don't like these guys, well, nah, because that means I would have to build it as intended, and that's not fun. And besides, I'm sitting here complaining that I have a massive backlog of videos and stuff that I need to film, and I'm like, I could make a video on this. Might just toss this to the side. But these sets will always be available, so maybe one day, if I feel like it, I'll get another one, and I'll do a review on it. But yeah, I definitely like to get some of that stuff cleared out as much as I can. And it looks like we're going into the second stack of row plates because we ran out of room right there. So that is very, very nice there. I'm very happy with that. This is what? Yes. Yeah, 7th, I think. 6th and 7th, I should say. That's Yo What's Up Stop Motion, or Star Wars. I'll just call you Stop Motion. But what's up, my guy? How you doing? We're just doing some road plate stuff as the thing suggests. I don't know if we're gonna get into the Halloween pumpkin tonight. Might just do all of the sorting, because after the stream, I'm gonna need to pick this up and actually start working on the video that's supposed to go out tomorrow morning. So I don't know if we're going to get to the pumpkin tonight, which is partially why I put maybe on there, but maybe that'll be a short stream in itself one of these days, like maybe not next Friday, but the Friday after. Maybe we will do a little pumpkin stream. We got a huge Lego order yesterday. You already built them all. That's very, very cool, my guy. That's kind of what we're doing here. There's you know, for Prime Days and stuff, for Prime Day, stuff like that. Some of the stuff was on sale, which is, you know, kind of why we got a ton of them. And I'm kind of sort of trying to get a city put together and stuff. Got a lot of plans, not a lot of stuff done as of yet, unfortunately. But yeah, that's kind of what this is. It's just like massive order that we got recently that I wanted to kind of sort all in one sitting, and I'm like, let's try out the vertical streaming feature here, because I've never really used it. I've only done like a couple little like regular streams here and there and stuff, but even then I was never really good at it. So figured I'd give this a shot. But yeah, we're just organizing like 11 of these road plate sets for like seven in. We got a few more left here, which will take us a little bit yet. So we'll get up to that 2-hour mark, I'm sure. And if we don't hit 2 hours by then I'll crack into the creator set here, the holiday pumpkin. But that's kind of how I'm timing it, is based off of the old 2-hour mark. So like if I go a bit above that, not gonna be certainly not like an issue. But if we're like super below that, then I'm gonna crack in the other one into the other set. And I'm not entirely sure yet, but I think this double box method is working fairly well, I would say, overall. But yeah, the only issue I'm gonna have getting all these things into the correct spots is I don't think we have a spot for these guys, like a specific spot for them. So, because I think we actually have some of that. Yeah, there's some of that stuff just loose in there. So I'm going to have to make a, maybe I'll make like a road plate kit. Let's see if there's an empty one of those somewhere where it's just all, like this type stuff, specifically for road plate usage here. But yeah, we're getting quite the pile going on of especially these guys. There's a lot of them, so can't exactly see. You can kind of see it there in the corner. Message deleted. Uh-oh, let me check. Oh, thanks Mr. Modman Shadow. You didn't necessarily have to do it. It wasn't like that bad, but you know, it's definitely annoying. But probably just interrupted his doom scrolling. It's probably not a fan of that. You know, when you're just about 10 minutes deep into a good old doom scroll right there, and then you just hit like a couple streams in a row, and it's just kind of annoying. But yeah, well, yeah, there's like these 2x4s, there is not enough room in the 2x4 section for all of these because that was getting pretty full. From what I remember. Actually, let me check real quick. And yeah, especially like with the addition of those printed 2x4s and these regular 2x4s, there's just a ton of them. Let me hop over here real quick. Yeah, I guess there is quite a bit of room. I must have been thinking about like these guys and stuff, but it's not like a super huge amount of room. You recently you accidentally pressed 24 hours. What do you mean by that? Oh, 24-hour timeout. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's all right. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's up to mod discretion for the time limits there. And 24 hours seems fair because then he won't comment this stream. I'm not doing a 24-hour stream here. Although my guy Thomas, if we get him to when we get him to 10K subscribers, might just we kind of contracted him into consenting to a 24-hour stream when he hits 10K, which maybe not, depends what's going on and how everything works out, but maybe I'll sit in on that stream. Yeah, for timeout, yeah. That's fine. It don't really matter. It ain't like I'm gonna fire you for sending timing out an annoying chatter for a day. But what do you mean? Yeah, I will go sub. Oh, to Thomas? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Maybe depending, I might have to go over. I'm sure we'll cover, or at least he'll cover a couple of games, but there's obviously not going to be like games all day, like all the time. And obviously there'd be like maybe a couple like half-hour breaks or something in between to let equipment rest every so often, but for the most part it'll be a solid 24 hours. But yeah, that'll certainly be very cool when that all gets sorted out. But yeah, all these little mini builds here, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with them. Like, obviously I'm going to eventually use them in the city, but I don't know where I'm gonna store them for now. I would kind of like to have maybe no one likes Lego. I don't know about that. I wouldn't say no one. Or maybe there's some guy named No One that likes Lego. I'm sure some guy named No One likes Lego. But yeah. Yeah, it'll certainly that would certainly be a cool stream I don't know if I would personally do a 24-hour stream, as I'm not really like a huge streamer person. Like, I feel like if I'm on stream, I need to be talking constantly, kind of like I am now, just to fill the silence, because obviously I'm trying to be entertaining and stuff while I'm just getting this done, which is going to be done at some point anyway. And instead of just sitting here watching like a couple hour lore videos about Star Wars or Lord of the Rings while doing this and having like music and stuff in the background too, I can just do a stream and talk to some of my viewers and stuff, have a little conversation with the community. Yeah, it's just very fun. Few videos. I love streams more. Really, I'll definitely. Since this one seems to be fairly successful and has been fairly fun for like a little vertical stream here, I might have to do them more often. What do you think about the vertical stream as opposed to the regular like classic horizontal stream? Thanks for all the engagement there, Holden. Stop spamming. You can time them out for like 30 seconds. Which is always funny. You like a vertical stream? Mute them. We all like Lego. Just move on. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care all that much. It gives me engagement, which is good for videos. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and time them out for 30 seconds or so for the first offense. And if he keeps doing it after, you can just mute him or time him out for like a day. But yeah. But yeah, certainly interesting. So far I think it's been more enjoyable than the regular form that I tend to stream, which is just like the classic version, just because with the from my experience at least, I've always had like a ton of issues with the regular streaming. Nothing really YouTube's fault. It's all like my side stuff. Like I'll either just get some like weird internet things, or like my camera will just start glitching randomly, or like with my GoPro it'll just overheat. Oh, I don't care about like engagement. It's fine. But yeah, I'm just going to yeah, I usually have a lot of problems when it comes to stuff relating, especially with like the classic form of streaming. I've always had some issues with that, where it's just some weird stuff happens while I'm streaming, and like my internet just goes out, or the stream just stops, or just becomes super choppy, to where I just have to give up and move on. Then yeah, and I haven't really had that experience yet this stream, from what I can tell. So yeah, it's been pretty good so far. I'm definitely going to have to do some more stuff like this at least, and it seemed to actually have a handful of people like either notify some people, or maybe just because I kept putting the stuff out before, but people actually showed up to the stream, which with the regular form of streaming usually people don't, and it's just like an account of mine that's going over there just like on top. Maybe some people will pop in, but they won't engage as much. So yeah, it's just definitely a lot more engagement this stream, especially from people like other than like you couple. Had a decent amount of engagement from other people as well, which I usually don't see with that stuff, and I kind of struggle to find stuff to talk about to kind of fill the void of silence, which obviously is easier to fill if people give me stuff to talk about and is interesting. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a cool form of streaming that I haven't really tried before. I just need to make sure that it gives me watch hours, so I'll have to keep an eye on the watch hours over the next couple days and like see how many like views and stuff, like keep an eye on all that stuff over the next little while just to see how it affects everything, because if this gets watch hours, this might be the way. Oh yeah. Yeah, but definitely interesting. So we're coming up towards the end of this guy right here, so I think I'm gonna do another two at the same time, because I think this one pretty well. This little block of like 2 at a time, and we're definitely gonna have enough road plates for a little while. I'd say the only thing that I might need is like the half plates without the like sidewalk markers right there after, but yeah, other than that, it's going pretty friggin' well. But let's go for another two. Yeah, there's a whole lot of boxes over here. There we go. Gotta grab another one. That's unfortunate, Shadow. Maybe if at some point we can, maybe if we can go down there, I can possibly help you sort something out in your room for some Lego display stuff. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. I'll just call you Cohen then. Wasn't sure what you prefer, especially if it's online and stuff. Yeah, this is definitely this is definitely gonna be enough road plates for a little while. I would say so. And a lot of like tile and stuff. I'm gonna need to figure out something to do with all this dark gray tile. A lot of it is going to go into these, which honestly, if I just wanted to like pack everything nice and together, I could just like pop them all in there, but I like to add some little cracks and crevices and like little bumps in some of them just to make the roads feel a little bit more used, like, you know, they are around here in Michigan and stuff. Definitely a more authentic feel than the just perfect cleanness of a lot of people's roadways and stuff. Like, I like to do the same thing on the sidewalks. Like, I don't mind using like some weathered pieces and stuff, because sometimes you get a little bit of variation in color of like the sidewalks, especially in like suburban areas and stuff where bits of sidewalk get redone where others don't. You would love to collab? Yeah, heck yeah. Especially if we can go down there someday. That would be very fun. Maybe we can film some Lego stuff. We can go Lego shopping or something down there. Maybe go to Pick-a-Brick and stuff. Maybe do some fun stuff for sure. But yeah, we'll definitely have to see. Maybe you can teach me the wise ways of editing, because I edit just enough to make the video halfway decent looking, and I don't know much about like quick editing and stuff like that, or like other editing softwares other than Filmora Go. I want to start switching over to one on my computer, but my laptop, but I do not have access to it at the moment because obviously, like I mentioned earlier, having some issues with the screen. So just kind of waiting on some word on that at the moment. Then I want to switch over to editing on that because it has a built-in editor that doesn't have a watermark, which will certainly be nice, especially since I'll have the mic, which means I can connect the mic to my GoPro and use that, because through the GoPro Quick app I can just easily download the footage, which is something kind of akin to like what I've tried before, just downloading the footage to the Quick app, editing it in an editor real quick, and then sending it off. But obviously the audio from the GoPro is just bad, so I needed a mic, but now I have a mic and I don't have access to my computer, so I need to kind of wait till I can get access to that resource, and then I can start making the switch. So use multiple editing programs. That's definitely interesting. I don't think I would need to really use multiple, especially for what I'm doing, unless I'm like adding like a thumbnail or something, or want to edit the thumbnail. I have a little thumbnail maker that I just need to like crop out the watermark for when I'm using it. So I do have that, so I guess if you counted that as an editing program, then I would use that. Could always be my editor, maybe. I'll have to think about it. At least for now, though. Especially since it's kind of just like, you know, a hobby. I would like to just learn and get a little bit better at editing on my own. But yeah, because I'd like to say that I'm pretty well versed in like Filmora Go and stuff, because that's what I've been using for years now. but the problem with it is they kept like taking features and stuff away and limiting the amount of videos, like projects you can have going at the same time, more and more and more, to where now you can only have 2. So I can really only have a couple videos prepared before I gotta like start deleting them, which is certainly an issue because I like to have them backed up until they actually like upload. Even if I have them like set to upload and technically like on YouTube. It's always nice to have them backed up until the full video's out. Use a filter to get rid of watermarks. Yeah, it might be something that I eventually look into, but for the one I just crop it out. For the Filmora one I just leave it because it's easier, and I still think it doesn't really take too much away from the video having the watermark there. But yeah. Certainly interesting. Now after this one, we only have 2 more of these guys left, which is kind of crazy. Because that would mean so as of right now we've done like 9. We've cleaned up 9 of these guys, which certainly cool. But yeah, there's a lot of these signs. These like little pedestrian walking signs and little like 50 signs. So these will definitely get spread around the city. I have a little protest sign that I got at Brickworld that I would like to get some more of. Stuff like that. To yeah. But I would like to use some more custom signs and stuff, which would be interesting. I have like a little picket fence thing that says like, I don't know, I forgot what exactly. It said it was like brick power, it was clutch power, that's what it was. It says clutch power on it. But some stuff like that I would like to get more of, that to just kind of bring some life into it. I know it's not technically like official, but some little stuff like that is I just consider harmless, and definitely not any problem. I have no issues with I take no issues in using some stuff like that. Now I mean there's some stuff like I wouldn't ever use like mega blocks or like off-brand pieces just to fill in stuff, but I would use like little custom prints and stuff like that to better detail out parts of like my city and stuff, because I think stuff like that's pretty neat, certainly. But yeah, let me grab another drink here. But also these stoplights are fun. I think what I'm going to have to do is, for the time being, until I can figure out and start getting the pieces for and producing a design of my own, I might just use these guys for a while, like this design, which I'm glad that it comes with a bunch of the extra lights, because I have some of the headlight bricks, I have some of these guys, and I have some of these guys, not a ton, so I might have to get some more of those. But I can always like make a bunch of these pretty easily and have them be some stoplights throughout the city. But I might have. Should make a big pumpkin. Um, I'm not like super good at like organic builds like that. Like, I mean, I do have the haunted pumpkin set, but I think that's about as close as I am going to get to making like a Lego pumpkin. Like a larger than minifigure scale Lego pumpkin. Just because I'm not like, that's not generally my expertise. And I just realized that I flipped the lights on this guy. I had green on the top and red on the bottom, but they're switched. Maybe let's try. I don't know. We don't have a lot of like orange pieces that would be good for that stuff. Like we don't have a lot of orange brick. I think when it comes to like mock building stuff, I tend to specialize more in like some of the smaller sized, almost like more industrial, I guess, builds, as well as like, you know, some nature builds, but never really done much with the large like organic pumpkin or something. Do we have any Snoopy we could do? Oh, there might be a Snoopy figure somewhere. I don't know. I'd have to look. I think that would that be in the Disney CMF? I don't know. I know there is a Snoopy figure like in existence, but I don't know if we have it, and I don't know if it's custom or not. But there is one thing that I'd like to do. I need to. I mainly do Lego Star Wars stuff, yeah, but I've been trying to step into some other stuff. Like there's you know, some stuff like with the brickheads and stuff that I've been doing, which I need to get some more of those particular snap pieces for. There is that's pretty much all exclusively stuff outside of like Star Wars or like mainstream stuff that they will make themselves. Like Lego is almost, there's like no chance that they partner with like Glitch and make murder drones brickheads, which is why I made them, because they're cool. Like I wanted something murder drones Lego, and brickheads are fairly easy. But when it comes to like mocks and stuff outside of outside of brickheads, yes, I tend to go to Lego Star Wars stuff, and with like set collecting stuff, I do tend to skew towards the Lego Star Wars side more than any other theme. Although I am trying to branch out in some things. Like I'd like to get the like I like to collect the modular sets. Obviously, that's kind of half the inspiration for the city is the modular sets, as well as some other stuff. Like I'd like to get the Legend of Zelda set, the Great Deku Tree, because that is just a really cool set. And then obviously kind of starting to collect some of the Lord of the Rings stuff, but obviously like I haven't gotten Barad-dûr yet because that's super expensive, which maybe I'll try and pick it up next year for like double points or something after like midsummer or something. Especially if I can get my channel monetized and stuff. Maybe that'll be like my little present. Will be my little present to myself for getting the channel monetized. Will be Baradur, which would be super cool. But I might have to piece together the GWP from like pictures or some instructions that I might find, and just buy like the Nazgul figure. But it would be pretty nice if they continued some Lord of the Rings stuff and maybe made some smaller sets other than the big display sets, because as much as I love the big display sets, is you don't have a ton of room and they cost a lot of money. You hear water, that's because somebody flushed the toilet and the pipes are right behind the camera. If you might have saw earlier when I had it faced the other way that there's a bunch of pipes in the corner there. Someone's either taking a shower or just flushed the toilet, or both. So that's what that water is. Don't worry, it's not like leaking down here or anything. Someone's taking a shower. Okay. Well, there's your answer to the water noises, the aquatic sound system. I don't know, but yeah. But I like these. I like these light poles. I think for the like inner city, I'm gonna stick with the other like kind of more ornate ones, and then maybe if I make like a sort of highway thing or like a parking lot, this will be the type that I kind of use for that, as well as I can use this for as it gets a little bit more rural and stuff. Maybe have them like spread apart by quite a ways or something, or maybe hanging off like a power pole or something, which would be certainly be cool. I might have to mock up some designs of like power poles, because on the inner city I'm thinking it's gonna be like underground power, so maybe I'll have to make like a transformer and have like the inner city be mostly like underground cables and stuff, and then imagine the outskirts and stuff being purely like above ground stuff. So I might have to mock up some power poles and stuff, some like telephone poles and power infrastructure. Maybe I'll have I guess obviously I have a windmill. I might have like sell some solar infrastructure on like some of the houses and stuff. If I get some more, if I like order a bunch of pieces with like those type prints and stuff. Obviously I have a bunch of them there, so obviously these are all like, I guess, self-powered, I guess is the idea behind them. And the the little electric car set. Oh, Holden's back. But the little like electric car set, the little like $10 set, which I actually got a decent amount of, is a pretty nice little set, and I have like, you know, a good handful of them, and those come with some power like implements as well, like the little the what's it called? Them things, solar panels. So yeah, there's more stuff like that, which is certainly cool. Alright, you have permission to time him out for half an hour if you want. But yeah, some interesting stuff. So this is the last two of these, and I don't know, maybe I will build that creator set. Yeah, it's only what? Not quite 9, so this will be knock these couple out fairly quickly here, and then maybe we will still build that GWP yet tonight. Because I haven't really done much Lego building, honestly. I've been doing a lot of tearing apart, not a lot of building. Like, obviously I built all the signs and stuff, but that's kind of boring and repetitive. And the GWP has a cool light brick in there, so maybe I will crack that open yet tonight. But I'm certainly grateful for the space on this table, because there's a lot of pieces here. Well, if we think, what, 112 times 11 is what's the other one? It's like, I don't know, it's a lot of pieces. It's well over 1,000. Especially all in like the same like handful of piece types. Stuff, but yeah, it's going pretty well. But yeah, this is definitely fun. I'm definitely gonna have to do some more stuff like this, where I just go live for like a couple hours. Maybe I'll build some sets and stuff. Maybe I'll do more sorting stuff. Kind of like this. It's definitely fun to have something else to, like, not necessarily just sit there and stare at my phone and sort for like a few hours. It's kind of fun to just have get some more content stuff out for the old YouTube channel, kind of as I do it. Certainly fun. Definitely don't do it all too often. But yeah. There we go. So let me move two of them over there. So that's quite a few road plates, I would say. I mean, what comes with what, 1, 2, 3, 4? It's like 44 plates. So I could make, if I just did straight roads and ignored these guys, then I would have like 44 plates. I'm not 44. I would have 22 plates, like road plates, that I could make, which doesn't really sound like a whole lot, but it's definitely quite a bit when you consider the 32 by 32 studs. You have 98.1 watch time hours. Interesting. Wow, very interesting. Kind of curious where that comes from. But yeah. So The only like, there's two pieces that I'm not really like a huge fan of in this set, and that's these two right here. Like these yellow speed bumps, they're nice. You're not gonna use them very often, but they're kind of cool. But these guys are only really useful. Like obviously, there's other things you can do with them. Like I wish that these were in light gray because I could use them as. I might still end up using them as like extensions of people's driveways and like how you get onto the road itself. You got copyright strike? Oh no. That's unfortunate. But yeah, these are just not like the best, like because there's just so many of them, and kind of annoying. It's like I'm not gonna use them for very much other than like driveway extensions, which I'm gonna have like some residences and stuff towards the more like suburban and rural area, which is mostly going to be on the other side of the bridge eventually if we do get that other table set up downstairs, down here as well. So if we have two tables, some of it will be set aside for it had 600 views too. That sucks. Yeah, that's not fun. Yeah, YouTube copyright policies and stuff are weird, pretty whack. But like, we're gonna use that piece for like suburban stuff really, and that's gonna be about it. Maybe for some like alleyway stuff, but I think my alleyways are maybe like that size, if not smaller, maybe. But yeah, it's definitely like a lot of pieces. And I have no idea where I'm going to store them. But yeah, I might even grab the handful of loose pieces out from the plate bin that we have right behind me, just so that's all together when I eventually do like get all this stuff put away. So I might actually do that right after I get these like larger plates and stuff sorted out here. So like all this green plate and the stuff that I don't really need to pay much attention to sort. But quite a few of these little trees and stuff. The little trees are always fun. I might use some of them as like little decorations and stuff in the city. I'm not entirely sure how I would want to go about that, but yeah. But certainly cool. But yeah, so I like the trees. This is limited, means it's got copyright. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I prefer a lot of the more like brick built, like kind of more handmade Lego trees, other than the pre-molded stuff. Like the pre-molded stuff is nice, I won't doubt that. Like I don't discredit that, but I tend to prefer the more like brick built ones. Like there's the Lego cherry blossom set is like it's a little $7 or $8 set you can get like Target or something. Just has a couple of cherry blossoms in it. If you simply pop off the like cherry blossom, the little pink cherry blossoms, and replace them with like various color and sizes of the leaf pieces, it actually makes a very nice tree. And little stuff like that is pretty interesting to like look into and stuff. Like we have so many of these leaf pieces because there's a bunch of them on the pick-a-brick wall, and then we have this little handful of them and stuff. But I might have some issues finding spots for all these 2x4 tiles, especially the printed ones, because they're gonna need to be separated. And I might even, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I might even have like a separate thing set aside specifically for these road pieces. Obviously not like the flowers and stuff, but just these tiles specifically on like the road building kit or something. Just because there's quite a bit of them, and at the very least these printed 2x4 tiles are going to need to be separated. So maybe I can separate these dark bluish gray ones as well, because then I will have them all, like maybe these smaller ones and stuff can just go into general circulation, because those are going to be kind of like an as needed thing. But mostly for the Lego roads, like this stuff is definitely going to be in high demand. Like I said, at the very least, the 2x4 printed ones are definitely going to have to go in a separate spot, because I do not want to mix my printed and unprinted stuff, especially when it relates to like these 2x4 dark gray tiles, because then it's just going to be a pain to sort through them all every time to find like what's printed and what isn't, which does not sound like a fun way to spend a couple hours, in my opinion. But one of my favorite Lego tree designs is kind of going back on to that type stuff, is utilizing like a handful of these guys like stacked on top of each other on a brown pole piece with like the stud at the bottom. It makes a very nice little like sapling or like tree sprout or whatever. It's like a little bit taller than a minifigure and stuff. It's just a very nice size, and you can kind of modify it a little bit by adding more or less of these grass pieces upside down to give it like, you know, slight variation in height and stuff. And it's just a fairly versatile design that's fun for a lot of mini mock stuff, especially, which is part of what makes it one of my favorite designs, as well as it's very nice to have like around the like custom Lego city and stuff, especially when you have like nose-plated roads and stuff. It's nicer to have like that kind of style stuff, some of the more brick-built stuff, rather than the just purely just single molded tree pieces. Some of the custom stuff really brings a lot of life into your builds, which is why that tends to appeal to me a little bit more than maybe even some of the classic components here. Oh. Oh, I got it. But yeah. That pile of boxes is crazy. Maybe I'll have to show it here in a minute. Actually, what I should do is I should check the battery percentage on my phone here. Hey, 71. Alright. Just had to make sure it was going up and not going down. Because if it was going down, that really limits our stuff. Wants a huge tree with tree house. That is cool. That sounds really neat. Yeah, that sounds really neat, Colin. Yeah. I have like a Lego treehouse, which would be kind of neat to incorporate into the city somehow, but I need a lot more surface area to make it work. Like, to incorporate the treehouse, I would need a relatively large, like, forest area, which then I could also blend into my medieval area that I want to. It took a week to build, I bet. Especially if it's as big as the Eiffel Tower. But, yeah. That there's the last of the lampposts. Now we just have these last handful of lights to build. And then, that is all of the road plates sets sorted out. And then I think I might end up building that creator set. It's only 254 pieces, and the only real building that I've done today is just these light poles and the stoplights here, I guess, and the signs too. So I think a set is in order. What do you think, Colin? But yeah. And I think after that'd be cool. Heck yeah. And I think I'm going to do like a relatively mild city update. Like I'm going to do I'm basically just going to talk about this stuff, show off all of the stuff that we built here tonight, kind of talk about how the stream went. And then I think I'm going to pretty much call it a day. Maybe I'll go upstairs and build a set. I don't know. I probably won't build a set. I might play a bit of Fortnite. Every so often I've been hopping on playing a game. And if you just play it like take it one game at a time, it's fun. But if you like start grinding, then it's not fun. That's kind of my view on it. Yeah. I've been kind of starting to play it a little bit more again. Just here and there, like if I really need like a break, I'll stop. I'll play like one game, and then I'll just go back to do whatever I was doing. Sometimes it's a fun little break between the stuff. Then, because usually if I only play like one game, you don't get frustrated. But after like 2 or 3 games of just like dominating, getting like an average of like 7 or 8 kills. I get to like the last like 3 people, and then I just get destroyed by some dude who's flying around in the Iron Man armor and just like nukes me in like one hit. It's just gets a little bit annoying. Yeah. Well, that's that's all 11 of them sorted, which is kind of crazy. Let me pull those couple random pieces out of here real quick. So, like I kind of talked about before, I have just like a couple of these, and then a bunch of these guys because I don't use them for anything. But yeah, I do like around, go back to doing whatever. Yeah, it's just kind of fun to every once in a while just hop on, maybe do a game or two, and then it's like after a couple games, it's like okay, I'm done. But before I crack into this box here, let me do a quick scroll through on here. So obviously a lot of plate. This already had like a ton of plate in it. Then we kind of just go over here, all this stuff, all sorted out and stuff. Gets a little bit more messy over in the gray plate, but that's all right. And then this kind of looks fun. I just like how all the signs and stuff look standing together. But if we go over here, here's the pile of boxes. So, I mean, it needs to be stamped down and pretty full on this guy here. We can fit a few more things in there. Oh, I almost fell. But, yeah, here's where those other random pieces were just kind of scattered around in here with some of the road plates and stuff. Couple road plates in progress right there. And then here's our plate collection. So it was pretty lacking. Now it's certainly not lacking. That is a fact right there. But yeah, have some like cars and stuff stowed away in here. This is what I meant by the piece with the electric car earlier with more solar panels. So I'd like to include like a couple of these spread around, maybe like a parking lot with like a couple charging stations or something, because I would like to have a parking lot in my city, which this will definitely help towards that goal. But yeah, if maybe after I build this set real quick, we can run over, or we can do it right now. I can run over and just show you the city real quick over here. If I sneak past, pop a couple lights on right here. So here's just some of the stuff set up. The table looking very nice and smooth. Right there's some of the other sets and stuff. But yeah, this is kind of the workspace, the space that we're working with, which is, quite a bit. There's quite a bit of space here. As you can see with like Daily Bugle and stuff, like the church is massive and barely takes up much room at all. Ignore this. This is going to get mostly torn apart and redone, so that won't be there for long. But yeah, this is the like kind of custom, like the custom modular that I've built so far. That's about the only one there that I've actually like, fully customized and stuff. But I certainly like it. I gotta Mills plate more of this stuff. I gotta switch out the plate on this guy here and this guy over there. Sorry for the yellow flashing right there. I don't know what the lights are doing. And then these all gotta be like Mills plated and stuff too. So that's some stuff I gotta work on. The Jazz Club and a couple things over there are Mills plated, but some plate needs to be switched around and stuff too. But yeah, back over here. Let's crack into that guy, and that'll be how we finish off our day here, our night, I should say, with this build right here. So yeah, luckily this one has tape, so I don't gotta worry about going to grab a sharper knife so that I don't tear through the box right there, which wouldn't be good, because that would not be nice in the whatchamacallit, in the review. But yeah, what is this? Oh, I guess this is how they got away with not having the big sticker on, like, not sticker, the big print on here that takes up half the box that says, "A warning, light brick, do not eat." Was printing this massive thing in there. And you know, I was about to rip it in half and throw it away, but I'm gonna keep it for the video. I think I'm gonna mention that in the review. If I don't, complain in the comments, because I have some discussion points about light bricks and stuff. I don't mind them just throwing that extra piece of paper in there, but for like the sets with the cool box art and stuff, like, it just really ruins the look to have a massive, like, warning, this set contains batteries, do not eat, when stuff like, when so much other stuff, like so many other toys and stuff, don't require that. Just don't require a massive thing that says, like, batteries included, run for your life. And it kind of makes me angry, because it ruins the look of a lot of boxes. Like, when I first saw it, I thought it was just like a sticker that they're just going to require, like, in some places, but no, it's printed right onto the box, and it really just ruins the look of a lot of sets, like the boxes at the very least. So obviously, as you can tell, I have some opinions regarding that particular issue there. So that will be a topic that will be brought up in probably a couple videos. I'll probably mention it, but maybe I'll even make like a separate video talking about it. Like, I kind of get it, but like, also, why is it only Lego that has to have, like, ruin the boxes and just have massive warning stickers? Yeah, definitely a slight, well, maybe a little more than slight, pet peeve of mine. But yeah, tearing into this build, and just building a little base of it here, and it's certainly gonna be a cool one, for sure. And I'm excited to review this this set. I'm really excited to review it, actually. Now, I don't know if I'm going to review it this weekend or if I'm going to wait till next week to do it. Because, obviously what I was originally thinking with doing all the video stuff tonight, not going to happen. I'm going to film. Yeah, you're going to watch the video? Heck yeah. I'm going to film the video for tomorrow. I'm not going to edit it immediately. I'm going to take a break and play a little bit of Fortnite upstairs or something. Then after everybody goes to bed, I'm just going to edit it real quick because that'll only take like 5 minutes, especially on a city video. I literally just need to throw it in the editor, cut the little like spaces and ums at the beginning of each clip, and call it a night basically on those, because those are rather easy to edit as compared to set reviews where I have to spend like a good little while doing a bit of research into the set and doing that whole first overview part, getting some random clips and stuff. It's a little bit more involved with a review than it is a whatchamacallit, a city video where I just get to yap for like 10 minutes and then call it a day. So yeah, that'll make it fairly easy to do that. But I'm only just starting this build so far, and it's definitely kind of cool. Definitely enjoying it. I like these pieces. I want like a ton of them. I think I'm going to start putting together like a bricklink order, or yeah, bricklink order, and these pieces are definitely going to be included in it because I use them to make the brick heads, which I really enjoy making, simply because I am not great with making custom figures. Like I made the little tuxedo mask figure. That's the only like custom figure that I've really dabbled with making and actually turned out well. Like I spent a long while trying to find some pieces and stuff to match some of the figures, and then I eventually came up with that. That was like a on and off looking for stuff for like a couple of months type thing to make that little tuxedo mask figure, and that's kind of what kicked off Figure Friday, actually, believe it or not. Made your profile pic into a Lego build? Nice. That's actually really cool. I sort of did. Took a while, but it looked very like, oh, that's very cool. I mean, I took a figure of me, and I'm planning on switching it out when I do the 1,000 subscriber video. I'm gonna switch my profile picture out for it so that it's more Lego related rather than just that, because that's just a random profile picture that I used. It's still kind of a fun picture, and I have the picture saved on my phone, so it's not like I'm losing it or anything by just deleting that profile picture. But I kind of want to make sure I give people ample time so that they recognize that it's my channel when it changes. Like, because I made that poll and stuff, I'm going to crop that image a bit more and call it a day, and I'm going to use that as my profile picture with my Lego Sig Fig posing kind of in front of a waterfall. I think that signifies my channel a little bit more than just like a random chicken head, and makes a little bit more sense. Goes into the Lego theme, and also like some of my favorite activities outside of Lego, being like hiking and stuff. So it kind of plays into all sides and actually fits the channel. So I'm definitely excited about that swap, which will be coming soon. I just need to get that 1,000 subscriber video together. Need to do some whatchamacallit. I need to do some army building, because I have a bunch of clones and stuff that I need to get, like some clone sets that I need to get put together. I might do like mass armies type thing instead of just doing like the clone army thing. I might have like a little clone army. I might have a Mandalorian army. I might have like a what's it called? My mind is blanking, but what's it called? Droid Army, that's what it is. Like have a little variety going on there in the video and stuff eventually when I get to that, so that could be quite cool, quite interesting, and just a little bit different than the just purely clone army that I have generally. So hello sir, how are you doing? Yeah, it's yeah, going pretty interesting. Maybe he's being friendly this time. Gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. He's just saying hi. Although, he's saying hi a lot. But yeah. It's definitely got some cool stuff coming up on the horizons for this channel here. Not really a fan of the Skibbity though. Although I had multiple people recommend that I build Skibbity toilet Lego because it's popular, and I blatantly refuse because it's culturally relevant. You only have 1K subs and Shadow Guy has 80. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely not going to build any Lego Skibbity toilet. Because I don't want to turn my channel into brain rot, preferably. But yeah, we're just chilling, building some Lego. How are you doing, Mr. Holden? Riz people. Okay then. I half wouldn't be surprised if this is my guy David's alt account. I wouldn't not be surprised to learn going to school on Monday that this is my friend's alt account. Just because he would do this. I don't think it is, but he's okay for now, Conan. If he gets crazy, I'll tell you. I'll tell you if you need to ban him. For now, he's good. He's not totally spamming yet. So for now, he's good. Yeah. My man's is hungry for he's hungry for ban violence. My man's just hungry for the ban hammer. Ah, yes, Hungary. That is a country, I believe. getting very interesting. Not quite sure what this troll's talking about, but I'll allow it for now. It's almost the end of the stream anyway. Yeah. As much as he's kind of spamming and stuff right now, just leave him alone. I think. It's almost the end of the stream anyway, so. Hey, he's actually said something related to the stream. Pumpkin. But yeah, it's almost the end of the stream, so a 24-hour ban is not going to really do anything, because by the time I stream again, it'll be long after 24 hours. And who knows if he'll even show up, so. He might, though. He might be a mainstay of the vertical streaming channel. The vertical stream. This the pumpkin / jack-o'-lantern here is coming together quite well. It's I like how they were able to achieve like the rounded nature, which is what I have, which is the problem that I generally have with organic builds and stuff. I just don't really know how to make those shapes. But I just love the just some of the ways that they're able to do some stuff that I wouldn't necessarily like think about immediately. Like it wouldn't be the first thing that I tried, if I'm honest. And I'm sure it wasn't the first thing that they tried either. The only way I could be sure is to have the same amount as you. What the heck? Not sure what oh, that makes sense. Because I was for a second, I'm like, I have no idea what this man's talking about, but that makes sense. We'll allow it for the rest of the stream. Just because get some engagement from it. So now this little build for the light brick is kind of interesting. Excuse me. Set that off to the side here. We'll start building something. Hey, I want this to be more watch hours. Theoretically, that's kind of part of the like experiment of vertical streaming, because if vertical streaming counts for watch hours rather than being like shorts views and not counting for watch hours, from what I've heard, then this will be the goated method. This will be like probably a mainstay of the channel, just because it can actually get people to like watch it, like scroll past it, they'll watch it, they'll be interested in it, and not just like hop in, hop out without even like commenting or anything. Like if they want to see it, they'll click on it as they're scrolling. If they don't want to, they'll just keep scrolling past. I think the vertical stream, at least from the limited experience that we're getting right now, should be interesting. Yeah, he's a bit goofy, but there's only one more bag left, so it's okay for now. Every person has that guy. There we go. That's cool. You push down on the stem to turn the light on. That's a that's a very clever way to do that. Yeah, this man is Holden is the Taco Bell meme. Kind of reminds me of the first graders and stuff at the French trip. A couple of them were like, as we were leaving, we're like, what the Sigma? And stuff like that as we were leaving. Pretty goofy, doing some brain rot stuff, which is kind of disappointing. Yeah, they're yeah, yeah, yep. But yeah. Well, I think this has been a pretty chill stream so far. Got a lot done in the ways of um, plate sorting, and I'm quite happy with that. And I think this is a very fun, chill build to kind of end the stream with here. Oh no! Now we gotta make a choice. Um, we got a lot done. Um, I think I might have to go with 54 for the review, but I like 68. I like the happy face. But I think for review purposes, I might have to go with this one. But this might be a set that I might have to hold on to the extra pieces and like kind of keep them. Like I might toss the extra pieces in the set so that I can keep them together. So that if I ever want to change it, I can just do that fairly easily. Which I think that'll be what I go with. So I'm gonna stick with the classic, just because it's on the front of the box. Oof, excuse me. Just because it's on the front of the box. The classic jack-o'-lantern. So we'll go with that for now, and then I'll just keep the extra pieces inside of the pumpkin or the jack-o'-lantern, really. And then I can always just switch it over whenever I want to. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what like statistics and stuff in YouTube Studio, like in the morning when I check it, what statistics this will have changed. Yo, we got 11 likes, at least for me. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely I'm definitely excited to see that too. I'm not gonna be able to see like the full like count and stuff, or like view count and stuff till after the streams ended, because without resetting my thing, I still have like the original like one like thing from like the beginning of the stream. So that'll definitely be interesting to see as well after, which is one of the many reasons I like YouTube Studio. I mean, sometimes it takes a little bit to load some of the stuff, like some of the data is like a couple days slow, but the data that you do get from it is pretty good. And if you know how to use it, which I really don't, if I'm completely honest, I'm sure it can certainly help boost your channel in a multitude of ways. Yo, we've been streaming for 3 hours. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, I guess it is like, has been like a couple minutes over 3 hours. I didn't even realize that. Very nice. I think this is actually possibly one of my longest streams now. Just because I haven't had any technology issues that have just like caused the stream to end like abruptly. Which is usually what happens. So that's a good sign. Oh, I just dropped these. Got it. But yeah, this is definitely looking quite cool. I'm excited to have this to get this the review for the set done, so that I can have it just kind of chilling on my stuff as a decoration. It might even sit there into winter a little bit. Although I do have some winter display sets that I can put out. I try to cycle them, but for the past couple of years I haven't been doing a great job at cycling stuff like by season. My decorations for my room. Need to get some skeletons out too. What, like the Lego skeletons? Or are you talking about like decorations? I'm assuming by that you mean Lego skeletons. The yes, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Add a little bit more framing to this. Well, this face is actually a rather complex, like, plate build. Really interesting. I like the Lego ones. Maybe need to make a graveyard. Yeah, I have a graveyard in the works for the church, but I don't think that's going to be done by this Halloween anyway. Yeah, because that's what all the blank space in the kind of enclosed, like walled off area for the church is going to be. It's going to be a graveyard. or a cemetery, whichever term you feel like using. But now that I think about it, I kind of want to get myself some of like the custom horror movie characters and maybe sneak them in some places. Like maybe I'll get like a little sign that says Elm Street or something, and I'll just put it on the corner of like one of the Lego streets, and I'll just have like Freddy Krueger just like lurking in the shadows in like an alleyway or something. That'd be kind of cool. Have like little Easter eggs like that in the city. Like have a maybe like in a residential area, I'll just have like Michael Myers just kind of like walking down the street or something, like chasing somebody. Oh, interesting. Did not know there's a specific like way that each like there's a specific meaning behind each. Although I might have heard it before and just like not really processed it probably. But that is interesting. Alright, and with that, I believe, let me pop it on there, make sure it's centered anyway. I believe we're done. That's pretty cool. Let me turn off a couple of these lights so you can better see it. Yeah, I like that. That's very cool. A little ghost on the side. That's very cool. I like that. Okay, now I'm going to kind of just, I guess, just kind of stick these pieces, these extra pieces and stuff in there in a way that I can still use like the function. Yeah, it's a very cool little GWP, I think. Might not be able to fit that stuff in there after all, but I can always just have like a little, should build a Halloween candy wall. It's definitely an interesting idea. Oh wait, I can, boom, there we go. I just gotta have that part in there first. Oh. Alright, where's the orange piece? Oh, there it is. Let's see. There we go. It's still kind of You can still kind of see the glow through there. I'm just going to keep it like that just until at least I do the review. And then I can switch some of the stuff around to make a bit more sense. What's the problem? What is the problem, Cohen? There's a fake TikTok account of me. Okay, you're gonna have to send me that because that sounds hilarious. might have to look into that. Yeah, I've never once used TikTok in my life except to look at like the odd video that my friends send me. But yeah, send me like text me a link to it. Yeah. Yeah, just send me a link to it and I'll check it out. Maybe I'll have to make a like alternate email to scout out. Yeah, just just text it to me and I'll check it out. I'll have to look into that because it may just be like a similar style video because I mean, but yeah, certainly send that one to me. But I think at about that, I think we're gonna call it there. Just because, well, got quite a bit done tonight. I'd say I need to do film some clips and stuff with this stuff all sorted out before I put any of it away. So, or I would just go on for like another half hour, just put my stuff away. So, yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed and have a good rest of your night. And we'll see you later. And make sure to watch the community tab for updates on like when I might be streaming again. Of course, and yeah, have a good one, and we'll see you later. Bye.